Hi everyone, this is Natasha here. I'm today here at the Wedding Schools Handle, and the topic for today is what our TWS tribe has been up to, what have they been doing. We had one of these sessions before, so yeah, hoping for another one, and wait for everyone to join in meanwhile. Guys, please feel free to drop in questions if you have anything, and if there's anything I and Guren can help you with, if there are any questions that you would like to ask us regarding the course, regarding how our journey has been like, and what inspired us to be here, and we'll be happy to have you here. So yes. Hi, Horain. Okay, I would like to give you a little bit of introduction about Horain. So she has been an ex student with us with TWS, and I think she belonged from a digital marketing background, and she was doing pretty well, is what I understand. So switch from entire marketing industry to the wedding industry, Horain. I think that's something that I really look up to, and that's a great decision to make and a very brave one for sure, especially when you're doing so well back in your career. So yeah, you tell me what's your journey has been like, and what have you been up to?
So yeah, I was since my college times I was into marketing. Like I'm a BMS graduate, and I worked into the marketing field. But I always wanted to do something different and unusual. So I was very fascinated about the wedding industry. And eventually one day I came across the wedding school because I did not know how to get into the industry. But when I came across the wedding school, I approached them, and they quite, sorted what all doubts I had and the ifs and buts. And then here I am. I got into Tamarind Global through
Yeah.
TWS, and I'm almost going to complete 2 years, 2 years there. So yeah, the journey was a little difficult to switch, but it's been worthwhile.
That's amazing to hear. I'm sure that the journey is never easy to a success career. So, but we're glad we always look up to you, and we see how great of a job you are doing. So yeah. So then tell me how was the last wedding session? Like, how did the season went for you? What have you been up to when it comes to working with Tamarind, which is one of a very well-known firm for us.
Well-known name in the industry. Yeah, they are spread all across. I mean,
Yeah.
globally also, and we've done many weddings internationally and in India itself. So since I'm with Tamarind from 2 seasons, the first season what I did with them was I was just an intern and then a trainee. But yeah, when you talk about the last season, it has been quite challenging and growth driven for me because I was there as a full-time employee, and I was allowed to explore different departments, different work. And I was also part of one of the wedding which we did in a new destination altogether, which was I mean the destination is very new to Indian wedding culture, and that was like the most challenging, and it opened a lot of opportunities for me. I met new people, I learned new things, and many things were done in the last season. It was like too fun and amazing both at the time, and also there was a lot of hard work in it, but it
Yeah.
paid it off.
I'm sure. I mean, international weddings always comes with more challenges, and especially when I think we're looking at Jordan as a destination, and again, something that's really challenging. I'm sure there was a lot that had to come, and really nice to know that you have been a part since the start. You started just from cracking the interview to now being a full time. I think that says a lot about what kind of growth has been like with you. So yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah,
So
so it was always from the scratch. Like I entered in as just an RSVP person, and I was supposed to be there only for 2 months for handling one event's RSVP. But then with time, I grew. Of course, the teachings helped me, whatever I had learned in TWS and my mentors out there. So yeah, it has been a really, upscale journey.
totally, I 2 years, and from being an intern to being a full-time person who's literally handling international projects, I think that says a lot about how growth has treated you. So, which brings me to my next question: that what inspired you to get into the wedding industry? Because I understand that you were already doing a very good job in the digital marketing space, and switching an entire career, there has been some kind of inspiration that actually led you to join the industry, and then of course join TWS. So yeah.
So as I said, yeah, I was doing good in marketing, but it's like today every other person is into it. I still,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not against the industry. I do like it, and I am still a bit, involved in digital marketing. But on the whole, I wanted to do something that was different, that was unusual, and wedding industry is one of them. And also, something that is emotionally connected, because
Yeah.
today I know there are few clients, few weddings that I have done, which I'm never going to forget, and they will also remember me because I have been that close part of their big day, their journey, spending 9 months, 6 months with them in and out, discussing
Right.
about how everything is going to be. So that is something, always excited me. Of course, it is tiring, but then it is something that pays back. I mean, today when we look back at the weddings that we've done, like exactly a year back, we were in Jordan for a recce. And it's like we are scrolling today through the pictures and, oh, we did this, we met this person, we met that person. So it's been good. And of course, as I said, like the wedding school, I wanted to know how to get in. And the wedding school helped me in that. I did come down there to, meet Marisha ma'am and Amrita with my parents. And it was very new for my parents also. They were also a little all over the place, because listening about wedding industry, it's always been like the band baja barat. But yes, it's, I'm sure you must have also faced that.
I totally agree to the fact when you said that you stay with the families for literally like 6 months, 9 months, and you spend 10 to 12 hours a day with them, talking about them, knowing them inside out. So yeah, that does get you close to, in fact, like I'm sure this must have happened with you as well. There are a few of these members who just can't forget, and wherever you get back, it's always a good feeling. You always remember them. So I totally agree to that. Making connections, having emotions, looking back at the kind of work we have executed, I'm sure that it's really a great feeling. So the switch is worthwhile for sure, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah, so and yeah, exactly what I was saying about TWS is, as you know, I'm sure you must have faced it, that when you say you are a wedding planner, it's always the band baja barat thing. But it's a lot more than that, and that is what TWS helped my parents to understand. Also, somewhere they let me, they prepared me to know that, know what am I up for. It's not that 9 to 5 job or a
Yeah.
desk job where I'm gonna limit myself, but I had to explore, I had to get out of my comfort zone, and that is what TWS helped me with. I mean, they prepared me. It was not like when I was on ground or when I joined Tamarind, I knew what I was there for. I was not blank.
I'm really glad that now we have such platforms like TWS. I'm saying this out of an experience, because 6 years back when I had to convince my parent about what this entire industry is about, it was even more difficult because there was no exposure. Plus we didn't have someone to tell the parents that this is the job, this is how it's going to be. And there was, of course, no surety of how the entire internship job and how the entire grooming session is going to be like. So yeah, I mean, from that to today, wherein we have wedding school, wherein I've seen, as a Swaha person, I've seen you guys in the classes. I've seen how each and every session goes, like how the assignments goes with you. So yeah, I mean, the entire journey, it feels like an experience. And in fact, I have learned a lot while the sessions go on. In fact, ma'am has always given us the opportunity to join few of these sessions to upskill ourselves. So I think, yes, that plays a major role about convincing your parents, and of course convincing us that we're getting into the right field. So yeah.
Yeah, because see, more than parents, we need to be ready for what we are too. Then only we can convince others. And
Yeah.
TWS played a very big role in that. Otherwise, I guess I would have given up long back. You know, being a desk person to coming in field and dealing with different people. I was not such outspoken person, but yeah, it helped me, and it grew because I have to be ready to talk to anybody, be it vendors, be it client, and handle any kind of crisis. So yeah, it did help me a lot.
And yes, like ma'am was also saying, and like you mentioned that this entire wedding industry is much, much more than about than Band Baja Barat itself. The movie says just a very bit about it. There's a lot of struggle that goes behind, a lot of grooming that goes behind, a lot of research, creativity, and those brainstorming sessions. I'm sure you must have them. And yeah, there's a lot more field work that goes into it. So yeah, I mean that's truly said when you say that it's not all about the glam and the band baja barat behind the
it,
scenes. So
it's beyond. It's about the emotions of the other person, the couple, the family. I mean, you cannot mess around with that. There's no chance.
experience, I'm sure that you cannot, it cannot be redone. It's the one time thing that you're giving someone, you're making up someone's best moment of the life, someone's family, and yeah, that's the greatest feeling one could have. I think being planners, we'd know that that entire feeling of finally being able to give something is really grateful. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So, moving on to, which brings me to my next question, Horain, what was your most challenging wedding like? I know that every event, every wedding comes with its own ups and downs, but there's always this one wedding that we always look back to, and we have this thing in our mind that, oh my God, I'm so glad it happened. So, which one was it for you?
So I would like to talk about two of them, not one.
Okay.
The one was the very first event that I did. So it was challenging in terms of, as I was new to the industry, and because of many events on that very day, I had to take over the hospitality also. Of course, there was a lot of guidance from my seniors and my mentors at Tamarind Global. So that is one event, and I was actually shaken, seeing the ground realities and everything about that. But then, yes, I am very glad I did that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have reached here. And of course, the second and the closest event to my life is going to be Jordan always. First, it was like as I said, Jordan had never explored Indian weddings. We opened the Indian wedding market over there. So, from starting from the hotels to the vendors to to everything, even we had at times we had to convince the client also, yes, this can happen. And understanding Jordan's geography, Jordan shares the border with Israel, so we had so many challenges in terms of and the wedding was at the Dead Sea, so it's like I'm standing at the hotel and I can see Israel on the other side. So you can imagine the kind of challenges we had, in planning everything, keeping the country's restrictions in mind, then keep understanding their culture, understanding how, I mean, there was a big language barrier. If you go to Dubai or Doha also for that once, people understand Hindi a bit, you will find. But Jordan is a place you wouldn't find anyone speaking Hindi. I mean, in the entire country, we found only one person who was working in the hotel and knew Hindi. And I'm
And
not allowed.
international weddings have always it always comes with its own challenges, and Jordan is a really rare destination, and like you said, it's been explored for the first time. So of course there has to be a lot of vendor searching, a lot of
Lot of research was there. I mean, from the scratch, be it for cars, for artists, because we were trying our best to source things in and around Jordan, because logistically to take people from India was a task. But still, we took a very big team from here. But
yeah.
yes, there were artist companies from Lebanon, from Jordan itself, and trying to explain them what we are looking at, understanding their work culture and our blending into ours was quite a challenge for us. But yes, we did it. And today when we look back, it's like one of the amazing wedding that
I'm
I have done personally. And it's always going to be close to my heart. And if you'll see their wedding, it's there on Tamlin's page, like we're posting
I
now.
haven't seen the wedding. I think a lot of our guests were there, and I think I saw the wedding, and it's a great feeling, and I can sense it from your voice how happy it makes you to talk about the wedding. So
I mean, I'm
yeah,
always going to remember that. I'll never forget. It came with all the ups and downs, all the late nights, all the weekends, everything paid off. We used to crib at that time that what is this? What is happening? We had challenges
like
with visas and everything, but it all paid off. The minute
I
they exchanged the wow, and we were like crying in tears that we did it.
I think it's such a proud feeling to actually hear this from you, because we never come to know the behind the scenes until and unless those fancy videos never justify the kind of effort that goes into planning a wedding. So yeah, I mean, I'm really proud of you. I think even Marisha ma'am has just commented that she's proud to have you, and God
I
bless
just
you.
read her message. Thank you, ma'am. It's all because of you. I'm here.
So we have a question here, which is the toughest wedding that I did, and a similar question to that is, what was the worst experience and the best learning out of it? Okay, I think I have two of those. One of them being, it was one of the cocktails that was planning. I had done weddings, but back then I belonged to a decor background, a production background. So, the entire planning experience, and Swaha, my company, has always been about experiences. We all know about that. And it was so challenging for me to actually give out the best. We were doing this really, really massive cocktail, and that was the first one wherein I could actually understand how the entire planning and decor aspect goes together. And I remember right from getting the reference pictures to executing the final day, it was all theory. It was really a great experience. Talking about the worst, I don't think so there's ever a worst experience. Experiences are always good. They teach you. I think I never feel that this was the worst thing to be with me. I think it has always taught me something. But if I have to mention one of the really tough projects that we did, it would be a cruise engagement that we did. Yes, I'm mentioning engagement because it was a 450, 500 guests engagement only that we did this season in Singapore. And that was a really, really tough challenge. So yeah, like I was talking, the cruise was one of the most experiential, difficult, a project that I ever came across. Reason being, we had a very limited resources. I think it had the capacity of having 3,000 guests alone, and there were a lot of restrictions that we were bound to, a lot of formalities, paperwork that were involved, and we had a very limited team. So the information had to be right on point, because literally if I made a mistake, it would have gone like somebody would have not even made it to the experience. And I think for me, or for anyone who's a planner or a guest, that would be the worst thing to happen. So that was a lot of pressure. I think I was nervous half the way through, but gradually it came across. Things kept on coming, and with Hemant sir always by our sides, and Marisha ma'am always telling us the right way to do it. I think it all went so good that we literally did not face a single issue throughout. And while the entire experience of planning it right went right, I think the experience given to the guest was equally achieved. We wanted to assure that those 500 guests feels like it's their exclusive event amongst the 3,000 other guests that were there. So that was a challenge again, but I think it went out superbly by the end of it. Like, that limited team literally became friends with each and every guest there. The vibe was different, the place was different, and yeah, I think that was the most difficult as well as the best experience of how the entire planning area has been like for me. So yeah, we will take the conversation ahead. And
Yeah.
let's sneak into some of the other questions that are there in our chat. Okay. So as you said, you are from Event Management Institute. How is the wedding planning course different? Okay, Rahul, I would like to tell you that wedding planning is a very different emotion. It comes with a lot of different factors that one needs to have. And while event management looks at a lot of other things, now that could be right from your concerts to your conferences to your weddings. Event management gives you a idea of a layer of how things would be, wherein when we talk about wedding planning, it literally involves each and every aspect. Now that aspect is built from emotions, from passion, from the time, understanding the mindset of a client, understanding how things work behind the scenes, because it's not about you or about some company that goes like for a corporate section. For weddings, it's about the two families, the couple, so that emotion drives you towards wedding planning. And wedding planning comes with its own things, because here you're thinking more from the perspective of making people happy, for looking at not just one but all the 500 guests around. So making sure once this is over, once the entire wedding is over, people go back, think of you and the wedding as a good memory. I think that's the idea and emotion behind wedding planning. So I think wedding planning stands apart from event management, because it totally gives you the idea and understanding of how two people's journey and how their upcoming life is going to look like. So you get to literally design that and frame that and portray it to 500 other guests. So yeah. So what do you have to say, Huren? I mean, you have done a wedding planning course. So I mean, do you agree to this?
Yes, I do agree to you, because uh, corporate events and weddings are way different than each other. We are, actually dealing with a lot of emotions, and we have to, we have to keep them first. We have to understand them. It could be as simple as the couple wants to marry by the sunset, irrespective what happens. So you are actually putting your heart and soul to make sure that it happens at the right time, with in the right way. So we have,
Sunset.
there are very minute things from, it could be a very personalized gift that you are thinking for the guest. The emotions we have to take care of, how every guest feels. We cannot
And yes,
prioritize someone, and
yeah,
we
that's
have to make sure that every guest is taken care of from the time they land to the destination till they are at the venue, and they get back to their flight. And there are times when we are also in the flight helping them out, till they leave us. So yeah,
I agree. The day when two people decide to get married, have us on board. I think for us, the journey begins right there. Right from planning things for them, for ideating, for understanding emotions of each and every person. Now, I'm sure you would have faced it that every family comes with its own set of emotions. The father has something else to say, the bride has something else, wherein the other side of the groom comes with a whole different set of emotions and understanding of how they
definitely.
want to, and planning that. In fact, for me, I'm before, even before they land, the entire experience of them getting excited and them feeling the vibe of being at a wedding is something that we create. It's something that we make people look forward to what's going to come up. So, and then standing up to the expectations when they're finally there. I think, yeah, that's the difference between the whole entire wedding planning and event management area.
Totally
So
agreed. Totally. And also, like, apart from the family actually planning everything, we have to make sure that there is something that we surprise even the family with when they are there.
yes,
We have to make
yeah,
sure, that they are, it is about their expectation, we have to make
yeah,
sure everything is to the point. And
yeah,
the very first thing is we have to first of all listen to everybody and their emotions, and then
that's
find the
right.
midway to okay, I'm justifying everybody at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. And while you satisfy and you give it out for the family, you have to obviously think about the other 500, and of course what will be great for them, because a lot of times the clients
Exactly.
themselves don't know what will be the best. So I think it says a lot about how our job becomes difficult when we're managing emotions and when we're managing the practical side of it, which is equally important, giving the just the right essence to the guest and get the family being satisfied. And of course, justifying to everything that we do. You need to make sure that you're giving your heart out and you're justifying your presence, because we're there for a reason. Shadiyan hoti hai, but there's a reason why we are there. So yeah, I
Exactly.
mean,
So we are there to, even make the family understand that what is an expectation of the guest. We have to think
yeah,
from both these sides. As a host, as a guest, what is that I am looking forward to? What is that I am looking at to receive when I reach there as a guest? What is the hospitality I'm expecting? And we are there to explain that to the family. Because there are times when the
agree.
family, we are here to fill that gap between the guest and the
Right,
host, because maybe the
right.
host will not think from that point, but our job is there where it justifies that, yeah, we are making sure it's the both way.
Agreed, agreed. So, Huren, moving on to the next question that I have for you. What's 2020 been like for you? With this entire COVID-19 situation happening. So, what do you think 2020 and 2021 would be for you? What's your view on this?
So when it comes to 2020, the first quarter has been as crazy as any other wedding season. We have had weddings in Dubai and Jaipur and different other places. But yeah, and post March, any which ways, the season is over and we entered into the COVID season, I should say. So
I
yeah,
think
right now we are,
we're blessed on that front, that we didn't really miss out on anything. A
yes.
lot of was already covered till the entire situation went viral, and now of course we
Mhm.
all know that weddings are going to be there in November, December onwards. And with this new scheme, I hope this entire situation gets sorted as well. So yeah, I mean, I feel that it's as similar as it's been. Like, it's not going to affect us
Yeah,
in
it's
any
just like
way at
any
all.
other off season. It's just we are not
Yeah,
meeting our colleagues that often, but yeah, and this season it's like we are learning more and investing our time more to understand much better ideas how to make it better if it's gonna be like a 50 guest wedding. So now there's a
yeah.
challenge for us that it is gonna be small, but we have to make it still the what grandeur we have to deliver.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think we've been up to a lot of these Zoom sessions, a lot of learning, training, a lot of brainstorming has been going on at the back end, which is the case which we do in any way round, when the off season hits us. So, I mean, same here. Looking forward to the upcoming season, and I think it's going to be even more interesting, because for us also it's going to be a new experience altogether. So yeah, I totally
Maintaining
agree.
all the norms and everything, we have to still be that creative. And yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be an experience. I'm sure everyone is looking forward to the upcoming season.
Totally. I mean, we've been all waiting for what's going to be like, what are the rules and, what are the regulations that got to be followed. But yet, we as planners have to maintain that particular essence of us being there. So, yeah, I mean, I can't look forward to actually entering into that space and designing as something as crazy, but yet, keeping the regulations ahead. So, yeah.
Definitely.
So I think we'll just go through one or two of the questions. Okay, there's a question for you, Hurain. What are your plans for the future? Where and how do you want to take your career ahead? What would you like to say
So
on this?
currently, like I am in Tamarind from past 2 years, and hopefully I will be there for another 2 3 seasons. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, I would like to grow in this space. And also, as I said, I am still into the marketing, digital marketing, but that is a separate venture that I have at the back end. that is just, because I was passionate about marketing too, so I didn't want it to leave. But yeah, wedding is not going anywhere from me because it has given me a lot. And maybe when I joined, I would have left. But right now, when I've come 2 years down, I have learned so much and I'm emotionally attached to it. So I don't think so this is going anywhere from me.
I think once you're here, there is never a going back. I mean, I can't imagine not talking about weddings even a single day. I mean, in fact, I was just discussing with one of my family members that how weddings has become this essential part of all of our lives, that no matter what happens, whatever goes through, I think weddings is a word that we end up using in the entire day n number of times. So it's an addiction, and I don't see it going anywhere. And in fact, I'm glad to know that you can actually incorporate your digital marketing skills into weddings, because social media and digital marketing has been playing a very integral role when it comes to weddings. Things, and especially with the entire thing moving digital now due to COVID, I think it's even more of a better platform for you to incorporate your earlier experience to your new one. So yeah.
As you said, the experience never go anywhere. I mean, be it a bad, be it the good one. So yeah, wherever I can, and of course that was also a creative space where I was, and even now I am somewhere there in a creative space. So it's always helpful. The knowledge never, is too much knowledge is never bad, I would say. I mean, it's good to grow with whatever you have.
Agreed. Okay, I'm just going to take one last question that we have here, which is, when I met you in Swaha, I was amazed by the work you do with great confidence. Okay, hi Priyanka, thank you for the question. So I think confidence is something that comes over time. I was as nervous as I could be before this live started, I'll be honest. But I think over time, when you know that you have that kind of spirit in you, when you know that yes, I am going to do my job right, I think that gives you a lot of push. And one of the major roles that I had was my mentors and my seniors, who always pushed me to do the best. And when we say the best, it always doesn't come in the most motivational way. It comes with a lot of backends. It comes with a lot of hard work, a lot of falling, I would say. And I personally believe I've grown through my failures more than my success. So whatever little bit I am right now, it's because I have always been pushed to do harder. And I'm sure you would know how what kind of training is being given to us. And I mean, same training has gone to Horain as well. So she'd know that it always comes the hard way. And once you know you've bagged it, once you know you're there, I think confidence is not very far. So just be out there, know that you're doing the right job, just give out your best. And I think it's something that will fall to you gradually. And I'm sure, Priyanka, you'll be as confident as I am, and I look forward to many more people, who they are. So, I mean, yes, you will be there soon. So, yeah, all the best.
Totally agreed with you. I mean, confidence comes with time. I mean, once you are there, in the moment, you know that you have to do this and you will end up doing it. There's no space for fear then, because we are in a space, we have to do some things, and sometimes we have to end up with it.
Agreed. So with this, I think, Horain, let's move to our last question. So we have our people join in here. What is this one advice you would want to give to the youngsters, who wants to join the wedding industry, but they're a little bit not sure, they have questions, and, they're not pretty out there about how to go forward about it. So what's your say to these youngsters?
When I was entering the industry, I had a lot of questions. But trust me, the questions are not going to be answered one altogether. They're going to be answered one at a time with every experience that you are going through. And I would tell you, nobody is there to answer you that way, the way the experience is going to answer you too, because you will find it while you are doing it. Of course, you need that kind of patience and that kind of understanding, which TWS helps you to get into yourself. That because every lecture of ours was from some industry expert telling us their experiences, And trust me, those experiences have helped me somewhere or the other where I was stuck, where I wanted to give up, but I would think back, okay, this person is at this position today, and even that person was where I am today. So I'm sure someday I would reach somewhere near to that. So if you are actually looking forward to wedding industry, the one thing that you need is patience and a
Yeah.
lot of hard work. Of course, it comes with the perks, the parties, the grandeur and everything. But to reach there, you need to work hard. You have to be sure about, that you will give your 100%. Rest, leave it
I
on
agree.
time and, how things turn up. But yeah, I mean, it's an industry where you will get to learn a lot. You'll get to meet different people from around the globe. And it's not like just you are in one office space where you're meeting those 10 faces every day, but it's a lot more.
Yes, I agree to everything that you said, Huren. I mean, I think patience is one key thing that really will get you through. Like I was talking to Marisha ma'am, that staying put to that particular industry where you are, staying put to a position, to a job, to an internship, is what will push you forward. It comes with its own fights. It comes with its own things, but at the end of the day, the result is going to be two families and a couple being married. And I think for that, this struggle is totally worth it. So anyone and everyone who has any questions about the wedding industry, I think people like me, Huren, Marisha ma'am, all our counselors at the wedding school, we're always there, sharing our personal experiences, because we understand, we belong to the same situations. We've been through the same journey that you will be starting soon. So yes, I mean, you can always look up to us. You can talk to us. We'll always there for you. And I think wedding industry has one great thing is we're always out about. We're always ready to share. So that's an emotion I think we all hold as youngsters. So yes, so anyone and everyone, do let us know. And it's a great industry. There's no looking back once you join it.
Definitely.
So okay, with this, I think we've hit a good round of an hour, and I would like to thank you, Horain. Unfortunately, your video is not working. It would have been a great experience if it was there. But however, it was a great time chatting with you, and having to see you grow and listen about your journey. So thanks a lot, and I look forward to see you around, and all the very best for your future.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. And
Yes, Huren, you justified all that you could. So, and never mind, these technical problems, will keep on happening. We had a great time with you. So, thanks again.
most welcome. So,
Okay. Thank you. So, I will just add in Marisha ma'am to give a little closing to our great session.
Hi, that
Welcome
was a
back.
very good round. I really enjoyed listening to both of you. And y'all got really nice and chatty. I like the fact that y'all had so much to talk about, and makes me so proud that y'all are not just doing well professionally, but your sensibilities. It's a very mature outlook towards your work, towards the passion that is resulted in the work.